Hey, hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews. And this evening, you can see the beer off to the side over here. I will be doing Old Ruffian from Great Divide. Never had this beer before. It is just a little bit past its prime. Oh, but at 10.2% alcohol by volume, I think it should have held up a little bit better. Um, Barley wine style beers, they would just tend to lose their hops before anything. Let's find out what we're going to get into here, shall we? Go ahead and do a pour. Ooh, that is a beautiful color. Look at that, like amber, dark amber caramel malts color. Nice fluffy head. Look at that. That is beautiful. All right. And it should have been a it is very nicely done. Nothing at the bottom. I am getting a stream of carbonation in there. Um, it is a beautiful, like ruby red color, depending on what light source you're looking at. Because if I look over here, it's more of a dank, um, dark, burnt orange. But if I look over here at the far away light, it is a nice, beautiful amber color. I don't think you're going to be able to see very much through that light source. You know, ruby red right here, maybe some ruby black colors. But the head has a nice yellow tinge to it. I wouldn't really call it beige or khaki, too light for that, off, eggshell colored. But it's nice tight lacing with the bubbles. Little rough pour right here in the center, but you'll have that. Other than that, let's go ahead and stir it up and get a nose on this, shall we? Definitely smell some of the hops. You can definitely smell those caramel malts. There is a little bit of sweetness to it, which it should have. Bit grassy, bit herbal. Sugary sweetness. It just smells inviting. Let me get into this, man. Prost. Mm, that is good. Um, it says enjoy by. I mean, this is April, almost May, and it said it was bottled. Excuse me. Let me reiterate here. It was bottled on January 29th. For this style of barley wine and the high alcohol content, it wouldn't have mattered if it was bottled on January 29th of this year or if it was enjoy best by. You could still let these style barley wines age for at least, this one I would probably say a year. Try it in a year, especially if you can buy multiple bottles. Try it in a year, try it in 2 years, and see, so on and so on. But to be honest with you, I like it as is. So for me, this I would definitely seek out again. Old Ruffian. I do like barley wines. I tend to be more of a malt person than a hophead. That's a whole another discussion. I won't get into it here. Um, but overall, man, this is a very good beer. Slightly sweet. It's you almost get like some oranges, citrus flavors, like maybe some blood oranges, apricots, grassy notes. Um, like I said before, there is a little bit of an herbal characteristic there that also could, come from certain select hops. But overall, man, the abundance of caramel malts and there's something else in there. Hmm. They don't really say anything about it. They say that it's got 90 IBUs on here. And another thing that I'd like to point out that I do like about some of these beer companies is that they also put food pairings on their labels, or even if you go on to their websites, they actually have food pairings. But this one says grilled pork tenderloin. I would really love to try that. Let's see. Stillion blue cheese served with walnuts. Man, I don't know too many people that actually will eat dried figs or figs dates. I know a lot of people that love raisins and stuff like that. Caramel cheesecake, man, I would die for some right now. But anywho, let me try to cut this a little shorter. As I said before, great beer, very enjoyable. Um, Even for a 10.2% beer with 90 IBUs, it's not really bitter. You do get a little bit of a bittering note at the very end of the drink. But overall, I'm trying to put in some selling points here for some other barley wines because most of which are either going to be overly abundantly sweet or way too hoppy. I would probably give this bottle, this company, uh, at least till the end of the year. Maybe even this time next year to kind of let those hops settle out because of the fact that most of these so-called barley wines are actually overly malted IPAs or double IPAs, and but this one's very good. I do enjoy this one. I don't know if it would be borderline double IPA or if it would just be considered a true barley wine, but each to their own in that case. Mm, so good. But with that said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Peace, pros, deuce, and as always, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. And do remember, you're going to be paying a lot more for this beer out of your pocket if you do drink and drive, man. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't text and drive because the people that you're texting still want to text you again later. They don't want to be texting somebody and have the police call them. Peace.